Hey y'all. Hey. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, it's your girl Wally. This here is Ordained Fated Frequency podcast. Welcome. Um, if this is your first time being here, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the topics that God has me speaking about today. And if this is not your first time, thank you. Thank you for showing up and being part of the community. Because, yes, I can provide the words and I can provide what He wants me to say, but who's going to share it? Who's going to spread it to the world so that we can all just become one and be a community? I mean, I could do but so much, but you count as well. So, thank you. Um, Today's topic that we're going to be talking about is raising a boy to be a man as a woman. And where are the resources? First and foremost, like I said before, first and foremost. I feel like I say that a lot. First and foremost. Like, girl, what? Anyway, but the topic today is raising a boy to be a man as a woman and without the resources. I decided to do this topic because I feel like it applies not only to me but to a whole bunch of other people who, might be looking for resources that that can help them, like myself. So to go into it, I feel like the first question I have, right, is how. How can women, right, raise boys, little boys that we have to be men? How can we do that? Like if you seriously sat down and asked yourself, how can we do that? Now, if it was on the other hand, like we as women can raise other women, women that we have, of course, we can raise them to be women because we are a woman. But how like literally how do we raise little boys to become men? I feel like this topic is not talked about enough. I feel like it's criticized a lot, but not talked about enough. Like, where are the resources for us? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, the blame is not fully on one party, the man or the woman, for having a child, and not being together or staying together, whatever. But in certain instances, when it does happen, where are the resources? Like, where are the resources to help us? Like, because this it's not easy. I don't care who you are. It is not easy. It's not easy. And that's why half of the time, if you have most, I wouldn't say half, well, I'm gonna say most. No. I'm gonna say half of the time. Half of the time, right? If you have a single parent, a single mother raising a son, he's going to be more feminine than masculine because all he ever had was the feminine. Where's the masculine at? And I'm not talking about the hood, the hood guys or those guys to raise a little boy. I'm talking about the ones that actually understand what it is like to be a boy going out in the world. Where are the resources? Why aren't these men or these guys putting out the resources to help these little boys? And not for nothing, maybe there are some resources. And if it is, please send it my way. I need help. Please send it my way. Or put it down in the comments to help other people. I feel like a lot of people, maybe we do have resources and we just don't know about them. But I don't know. This topic is very interesting to me because it's like how? Like How? How can I? Like us women. How? How can we do it? We can do the best we can. The best we can and send them off to the world. How? And it makes it so crazy because all we can do and all we can teach them is what we know. Now, if you want to keep going back to what we know, imagine being brought up by another single parent. It's like a never ending cycle that never ends. Because okay, like yeah, I had an amazing mom who taught me to be who I am today. Yeah, she taught me, and I'm good. You know, I understood what it was to be a woman. I'm good. But I didn't have a father, to teach me about the men in these streets or to teach me about, any. Don't get me wrong, my father was there, but like I said, I didn't have that talk to sit down to teach me what to do, what to look out for. It wasn't, to be smart, to school me, if that's the word. I didn't have that. So how in the world am I supposed to, what am I supposed to tell my child? Like, what am I supposed to teach him? What, what am I supposed to teach him? Like, please tell me, what am I supposed to be? And I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there is not women out there that hasn't, put their best into raising their child. And their child has grown up to be the amazing child that they are. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like us women, when we, when we're growing up, not even growing up, like now, us women in our 20s, late 20s, early 30s to late 30s, we want masculine men. We want men to feel safe around. We want all these things, but who is teaching all these men these things? How are we looking for something that they're not being taught? Where's the resources to help these men? And everybody talk about, yeah, counseling, not for nothing, but I feel like in certain aspects, men don't want to do counseling. Where are the resources? I feel like half the time, some of these parents move to sports for these men. So that's the only resource we have, or that not even have. Like I said, because I feel like there could be resources out there that we just don't know about, but it's not being talked about enough. But I feel like I said, I feel like most of us parents just move towards sports because that's the only resources we know. That's the only resources we know. What about the other resources? About the resources that help these men be interested in what they enjoy. Engineering, if they enjoy math or whatever the case may be. Social studies, if they enjoy social studies, to become a teacher and teach the other little boys. Where are these people who actually want to be teachers, as far as men, to help these other little boys? Where are they? And if you know a few, please put it down so I can go. So I can read and do my own research. Where is it? And not for nothing, if you have a mom who's made her son this miraculously, all these things that a woman looks for, please send her my way. Please put her resource down there so I can hit her up and pay for her to help me. Please. Because I feel like we were not given a guide. And it's like, how can we lead with something that we were never given? Like, seriously, how can we lead with something that we were never given? And don't get me wrong, like I feel like counseling is help. Counseling, it helps. Yes, counseling helps. It helps with trauma. What about to teach? What about not having a child and not having a father? Excuse me, not having a father, and now needing to teach a little boy how to become a man. And don't get me wrong, everybody always talk. Everybody love to talk about. Well, where's the dad? Well, where's the dad? For one, what about those dads that are not here, that are in heaven? We still need those parents still need resources. What about the parents who went through whatever they went through and they just can't co-parent? They still need resources. And even so, what if the other parent is still there but still don't know and they had a single parent themselves? Well, they still need resources. And then there's another thing that people like to talk about. Well, how about you just teach him to be what, just to not be what you saw, if that makes sense. Oh, so you're telling me now, if that question pertained to me, you're telling me, okay, teach him not to be what I saw in men that I didn't like. Teach him not to be a liar. Teach him not to be a cheater. Teach him not to be manipulative. Because these are the only men I saw in my lifetime. These are the only men I saw in my lifetime. Teach him not to, like, but then you gotta go deeper, because how? I could tell him in hopes that he takes my words. Because then you gotta think about it. If you're a woman, you're more interested in your mom. How did my mom? I know I could go to my mom because my mom did this. For example, periods. If a woman had her period and she's like 11 or 12, she can go to her mom because she know, okay, my mom experienced it. She can help me with this. But if you a guy and you're raising a little girl, where's the resources? Where is the resources? And this makes so much sense to why I feel like a lot of communities, not even communities, I would say, well, no, a lot of communities come together. This also makes sense why a lot of ethnicities stick together. Because at the end of the day, if I ain't got, you know, my father, or if I ain't got no man to help me, guess what? I still got people in my community who's willing to help me with my child. This is why it's so important to have a community. It is so important to have a community because where are the resources? Where are the resources? And society loves to talk about, oh, these men out here doing this, these YNs, these this, these that. Sweetheart, what do they got to lean on? What they got to lean on is music. And half of those people who are in the industry and doing music, where are the resources? Are they providing the resources to help these other men? Where are the resources? Because all they hear is sex, drugs, this, that. Like, where? So no wonder little boys want to grow up and be thugs because it's all they ever see. They just want fast money. It's all they ever see. Where are the resources? I don't know. But this is the topic for today, man. And then it's like, how can you, like I said, how can you guide someone when you never even stepped in their shoes? It's like you guiding a little boy to be a man. I'm not a man. I don't know what it is for a man to go out in the world, but other men do. But other men do. The only thing I can do is push my child to focus on God and speak to God because God's going to give him the right resources. God's going to show him the right resources. The hard way, not even the hard way, but a learning way because learning is hard, unfortunately. Or maybe he's going to give him the right person. He's going to run into the right person that's going to be able to, that's not even be able to, that's going to want to help him. I don't know. But like I said before, where are other resources? If you got resources, put it down. Put it down in the comments. Share this video so we can have more resources. Maybe we could build a resource page. Who knows? This is why it's also so important for people to step into their purpose. Because who, not who you know, because I don't know why I was about to say who you know, but it's very important for people to step into their purpose because what if God is speaking to some of these men to be a resources for these little boys who don't know? You know? But who knows? Where's the resources? Like I said before, put it down. Send it to me. You know what I do? You know what I want to do? I want to challenge you. I want to challenge all of us. I'm not even going to say just you because it's me too. I want to challenge all of us to post a resource page. If you've seen this video today, that means it's your challenge, and I'm challenging you to post any resource that you see that can help somebody else. Post it. You never know who might need help for that resource. Post it. You'd be surprised. Not for nothing. That's how I ended up, you know, learning, not even learning, getting to the pastor that I have now. It was a resource. I found a resource and I was like, oh my God, he matches where I'm going in life. It's like every time I, watch his videos, it speaks to me. That's how you know if a pastor is meant, for you. You just never know. Like I said, the challenge is if you see this video, post a resource today. And if you post a resource, put it in the comments, done. It got to start somewhere because if it don't, we just going to be in a cycle. going in a cycle, in a circle, and then it's going to be a never ending cycle in a circle. So why not start today? I'm going to share one myself. How about that? I'm going to find a resource. I'm going to share myself. And I'm going to comment done. And I'm going to be the first one to comment done. But I hope this podcast, this word for today helps somebody else. And I hope we actually do, share resources to help others. If there are resources out there, wherever you are. But once again, if this episode helps someone, that's good. And if it didn't, that's okay too. I'm not here to, be pleasing. I'm here to try to change what I feel needs to be uplifted and changed and help. Sure, I need help, okay? But once again, this is your girl Wally. Thank you for tuning in. And this is episode 11. We are episode 11, y'all. Episode 11. But thank you for tuning in. It's your girl Wally. And I'm out.